Hey everybody, it is Wednesday morning and I'm on my way to work. I'm actually running a little late. Get around these people. And it's raining today, which is odd. Luckily it's in the 40s, so I don't have to worry about any of this freezing over. But it's rainy and foggy and just generally crappy outside. So I didn't get my plates yesterday. I was going to, and then I started thinking about the fact that I have to pay for school, and now I need to get a history book, which I should be getting it today. I found a used one I talked to people down to $50, so I'm going to go get it after work. But when I looked at, they have a layaway plan where you have 5 payments you have to make, and it was like $179 each time. And I'm like, man, I already got to pay for school, and I really need a new laptop for school, and I got a ton of other stuff that we still needed to pay for. And I'm like, I couldn't pull the trigger on it. So they're supposed to do it again in March or April, somewhere around in there. So I'll wait and then do it then if, it's something I still want to do. So today, hopefully I hear from the professor. It's weird, the one history class that was still open, the professor is the department chair for history. He's the only one that doesn't seem to have a website. All the rest of them have a website where they give you the syllabus and they tell you what you need, and if you have to, each of the online courses, they make you take an online orientation for that particular class. And his is the only one where he doesn't have a website. He just has an email address that says just email him. So I emailed him yesterday and he hasn't emailed back. So if I don't hear anything by about lunchtime, I'm going to call over there and leave him a message and just say, I need to know a couple of things, because if he uses the Blackboard software, which is what a lot of colleges use, then I'll have to buy the book and actually have the physical book in my hand and then do the stuff on Blackboard. If there's a company called Pearson and they do these things called like My Math Lab and My History Lab and My English Lab, if he uses that, then I don't have to buy a book, because I have to buy the lab software, which is like $80, and it comes with an electronic version of the text, and I can just use my tablet to read it on. So I need to find that out today before I go buy this book, because I'm going to be pissed if I go spend $50 on a book and have to spend another $80 on the software, and it comes with the book. So, and that book's not cheap at all. That book, getting it for $50, I'm surprised, because somebody was like, well, you should just rent your books. It's dumb to buy them. And I was like, well, two things. One, I can get the book for $50. It costs $36 to rent it. If my wife ends up going to school also, she's going to have to take this class. It's a required class. And I said, that's over $60 right there. So why would I spend $60 when I can just spend $50, and then I can turn around and sell it and maybe make $20 or $30 back off the book when we're done with it? Because this version is the newest version, so it's going to be, they're not going to update it probably for another couple of years. So that's why when people say you should just rent books, no, you should work your ass off and try to find an actual physical book that's affordable where you can buy it. Because even if my wife didn't use it, I just used it for this semester, and at the end I sold it. Even if I made $20 off of it, I'm still doing better than if I would have rented the book, because if I rented the book, I'd have to turn it in like the day before the final test. And I'm like, and even the ebooks are too expensive because you don't make any money back off of those. So there's really no point. So that's why, when they, if they said it was $10 to rent the ebook for this semester, I would just do that and not worry about it. But that's not the case. So Anyway, hopefully he emails me back today and tells me what I need to know. That way I can get going. I really wanted to take this math class, but you know, the math class I was going to take wasn't for credit, so I wasn't going to get any college credit out of it. It doesn't go towards my degree. It was just a waste of money. So the math professor emailed me yesterday and said they combined the classes, and I wrote her back and I was like, hey, I dropped the class because I started thinking about it, and they had originally told me that I had to take math each semester until my math was done, and she said that's not true, that they only really count spring and fall semesters. Summer is considered a session because it's so much shorter. And so she said that as long as I take math by fall, I'm fine. It doesn't hurt anything. She said you don't have to take it spring, fall, spring, fall, spring, fall until you're done. She said if you want to wait and retest sometime in the summer and get a higher placement, then that's fine. So that's what I'm going to do, is try to learn algebra before the fall and just take that test and hopefully score a lot better, and then I can just take the business math class, because they said that it equals intermediate algebra, and then the business calculus, it's all both those classes are all calculator based, so you don't have to do anything else. I mean, they basically, it's a class that teaches you how to use the freaking calculator. But I'm hoping to take those as a live class on Saturdays. Hopefully this fall I can find one that's a live class on Saturday or Sunday, because I'm not really strong in math, and I think I would do a lot better on math if I was there. So, and the only reason I picked English is because that's all that was available for a live class, and I wanted to do one of each. So, and I'm tired today. I didn't go to sleep till late because I was up editing videos, because I got lazy and had to do 3 videos last night, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's vlogs. So I dealt with that, and then I was watching a show with my wife, and then it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, crap. So that's why I'm running late today, is because I feel run down, and I worked on my legs last night at the gym, so my legs are killing me. And I'm gonna post what plan I'm gonna be starting on next week. This week I'm just kind of I'm still doing the individual things, so I'm doing like arms and legs and chest and back, and but I actually have a plan that I found, and I'll post a link to it, and I'll probably start that on Monday. But it all depends, because my first class starts on Monday, so I may have to skip Monday next week, because that'll be my first history class, will be Monday. So I may have to skip it just to go do that class. And I told my wife last night about getting like one of those tablets that turns into a laptop, because I said I can always take the tablet while I'm doing cardio on the bike or the stair stepper, because they're both sit down machines. I can be sitting there doing my homework and concentrating on that. Just plug my headphones in and have my music and work on my all of my stuff online. So that's why I'm hoping that the history uses my history lab, because I'll be able to do everything online, and it'll be a lot easier on me, because I'll be able to do it while I'm at the gym, and I won't have to skip going to the gym. And then luckily my English class is on Saturday, so I'll have Saturday and Sunday to work on my English homework, and that's my plan, is to work on that on the weekends. So since I won't be working out, but I don't know how much work it's going to be. I guess we'll just have to wait and see once I start getting assignments and figure out how I'm going to divide my time up between working out and actually doing my schoolwork. All right, so I'm just about home, and I'm going to go straight to the gym and go work out. My wife and roommate are already up there, so got my history book, found out that The professor that I have uses the Blackboard software, which most colleges use for online, so I didn't have to buy that special program. I still need to get the version of Blackboard for my Android tablet, so I can do stuff on it also. Especially when I get the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7-inch from Time Warner Cable. That should come probably at the end of February is when they're going to ship it. So I'd rather have the Note, but I might be able to sell that one and sell the one I got now and get a Note instead. Anyway, I was able to get the book, and I got it for $50, which is a better deal than renting it, because I can rent it for $36, and then at the end of my term, that's it. I don't get to keep the book, and I'm out $36. This way, I'm out $50, but if my wife ends up taking the class, she can use the book because they're not going to be updating this edition. The professor will even take one edition below this one. So, and once she's done with it, I could probably still get $10-20 for the book. So I'm not real worried about it. But the girl I got it from was really cool, and she talked to me a little bit about the class, because she did it online also and what to expect. And she basically told me it's really easy. They'll give you questions, and what you do is she put them in Word, and as she was reading through the book, she kind of knew what questions they were. She said it was 10 to 12 questions depending on the chapter, and as she read through the book, something in one of the questions would trigger something, and she would see the answer, and then she'd type it into Word, and then she'd go do all her homework. But she did say that the online classes are much harder than going to class, and it's because you have that 2.5 hour buffer when you're in the class, and that makes a huge difference, because they don't give you as much homework because you have to sit through lectures and all that, and so you get less homework. She said there's still a lot of reports and stuff, but she said it's not as bad for the class. And she said that the tests are pretty easy, and so my test won't be that bad because I'll already be at school on Saturdays, and the testing center's open till 2, and I get out of class at 11:30. So, but I think summer session I'm going to try to take both of them at the facility, at the college, if I can, and then for fall I'll probably do one there, like the math class, and then do something else like science or something online. So I want to keep the whole online class thing going, so I'm used to it, because when I go transfer for my bachelor's, the other school I'm going to is too far away for me to drive to, even once a week. It's a couple hours away, and so it's much smarter for me to do it online, and it's cheap, and so I need to be used to that, because I'm going to be doing this for a while, for a few years, to at least get my bachelor's. So anyway, I'm going to go work out. I don't think I'm going to do much more than just cardio tonight, because I am going to work out Saturday. So, and I got my exercise plan, and I'm going to probably try to retype it sometime this week, and maybe Saturday, that's what I'll do. So Saturday's vlog, I'll type it, because Monday I'm going to start it, depending on class. So I have to check my class on Monday and see what the first assignment is, and see how long I have to complete it, and then I can go from there. So I got to give myself time to do that. And if that means that Mondays I can't work out, and I got to figure out how to work out on Saturdays, and that's what I got to do. So anyway, I'll post it on Saturday's vlog. In the description I'll post basically what I'm doing, so you guys will know. And some people were telling me, oh well, that looks like it's just for bodybuilders. It's really not. It's meant to burn muscle or burn fat in certain areas and build muscle at the same time. And everybody I talked to that works out said, do it this way and just do an ass load of cardio. And if you do enough cardio, that'll help get rid of all the excess fat that you can get rid of with cardio, which is quite a bit. And then they said you're going to be burning fat Like if you work your arms once a week, you're going to be burning fat, but when you're building muscles, you're giving your muscles a week to rest before going back and attacking them again. And they said you'll end up over time, you may not lose it as fast as some other plans, but they said that it'll end up being in your favor, because once you've lost, you don't have to worry about starting to build muscle. You've already got the muscle there once you started losing. So that's my plan, at least, unless somebody has a better idea. But anyway, I'll post it on Saturday's vlog, since I'm going to be starting it on Monday. And if anybody wants to do it along with me and let me know their results, that would be cool. Or if you are a YouTuber or whatever and you start doing it and want to talk about it, just let me know what your channel is, and I'll watch your videos too. But I'm nearly there, so I'm going to head in, get changed, and start kicking ass on the treadmill.